When you print a drawing on paper or PDF, it often happens that changes are made afterward. If people keep using the older version, it can lead to mistakes. The new cloud fields and QR codes help to eliminate this risk. Let's explore this feature further.
These professionals are reviewing printed plans related to a construction project. But how do they know if the plans they're reviewing contain the latest project updates? In fact, while they are talking, someone in the office may be making modifications at that very moment, resulting in a new version of the drawing they are currently discussing. However, this issue extends beyond construction projects to other industries, such as manufacturing and civil engineering. Maintenance technicians, for example, rely on plans specific to the area they're working in. But are they viewing the latest updates on the printed drawings? At Greyabert, we have developed a solution to these problems. A QR code that links the printed drawing to an identical or updated version of the same drawing online. Drawings circulating on paper and PDF will not disappear anytime soon, so it's important that we leverage new technologies to make them smarter. To illustrate, let's consider 4 examples. In the Annotate tab, we find the QR codes function. When selecting it, we can see that we have 4 options. Before we explore these, we must point out that these functions will only be available in a drawing that is saved in the cloud. So that's the first thing we should do. In our first example, we insert a latest QR code with the View Only option. We can easily correct its size in the Properties palette. Anyone scanning this QR code will be able to access online the most recent version of the drawing. As it is a view-only link, we ensure that people using our QR code will not be able to modify the drawing. But our contacts can view, comment, and markup, all for free. We can see their questions and feedback inside Aries Commander. We can reply from there and mark the discussion as resolved. Now let's look at a second example. Let's imagine that we work on a project with another company. They need our drawing to add their own technical details, but don't use Aries. Hey, nobody is perfect. But in our common interest, we need to make sure they can always work with the latest version of our drawing. That's why we use the QR code Latest, but we also include the option to download the DWG file. To make it even easier, we also add a text link. The QR code will be used on mobile devices and the text link on computers. Now, let's imagine another scenario. It turns out that we have completed an initial version of the project, and it's approved by the client, but we continue working on new modifications. In this case, it would not be smart to share access to the latest version, as it is still work in progress. The solution is to create a QR code printed with the option View Only. Using this code, anyone looking at the printed drawing or PDF can scan the QR code and see the drawing online, exactly as it was printed after validation. In this case, the key advantage is to use the QR code to provide feedback or ask questions using the comments and markups. Again, we see these comments or questions inside Aries Commander and could use this feedback to continue our project. Finally, one last example. We can use the printed QR code with the download option. And even add a text link to let users click instead of scanning the QR code. Again, this QR code will lead to the drawing online, but exactly as it was printed, regardless of any changes that have been made to the drawing since then. It is therefore the version that was validated by the customer. As this QR code includes the option to download, it enables anyone looking at the printed drawing to download the source file. Potentially, All 4 of these scenarios could be used for the same project, with the different types of codes prepared for different members of the project team. That said, you certainly don't want to change the QR codes in your drawings each time someone asks for them. So, one interesting approach is to create a sheet set to group the drawings by user profile, with each user's corresponding QR code assigned to its own sheet. The larger the number of sheets, the higher the interest will be in this method. To learn more about view-only links and sheet sets, please watch our previous videos in our YouTube channel.